when do the Five Nights at Freddy's games take place? Now, we are going to do this in chronological order. So, I'd say around Fredbear's Family Diner. So, the Bite of 83 took place in, of course, 1983. We originally thought it was the Bite of 87 because of the infamous quote that Foam Guy makes in Five Nights at Freddy's 1. Yet it was debunked by the TV that said 1983 in Five Nights at Freddy's 4. Now, people think that Evan, the youngest child in the Afton family, I think so at least. Many people assume for him to be the youngest child in the family. So, by the way, if you don't know, one, I do not have a script, so a lot of this is going to be me stuttering and trying to find words. I'm still working on that skill. And two, Evan is just a fan-made name, and we've never heard his voice before. And we don't know anything about the Afton's family's mom. But, many people assume that Evan saw his sister die, but we know that sister location takes place somewhere around when Freddy Fazbear's existed. Now, Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria was after Fredbear's Family Diner, but there might have been... Actually, no. There actually has been confirmation because we see on the TV that, and in Five Nights at Freddy's 4, not only is Fredbear there, but Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy are all there too. So, but actually, I'm so sorry. Actually, this means that Evan did not see his sister die because, as Hand Unit states, he said something about sister location happening after one of the Freddy Fazbear's pizzerias closed down. Now, that might have been the Five Nights at Freddy's 2, or it might have been the Five Nights at Freddy's 1. I doubt that it was the Five Nights at Freddy's 1, because it must have been the Five Nights at Freddy's 2, actually, because at the end of Sister Location, Michael gets scooped, Ennard gets inside of him, he pukes up Ennard, and he needs to go finish up what his dad sent him to do. But now that he knew that there's souls and children trapped, he pieced it together and went to the Five Nights at Freddy's 1 and did all those nights to try and avenge the spirits, but he failed in doing so. So that must have taken place in... Okay, so we have down 1983, which is... Okay, 1983 is when Fredbear's Family Diner closed down. So that must have meant that... Wait, no. Because then Fredbear and Friends came out later. That must have meant that Fredbear and Friends came out later. So there must have been time, which must have been in 1984 and 5. Before that eventually closed down, probably because of the missing children incident. That's what I assume. And then they opened Five Nights at Freddy's 2 in around 19... Wow, this timeline is weird. There's no way it could have only been open for a year or so, because the Bite of 87 happened, and that must have caused Five Nights at Freddy's 2 to close down. So Five Nights at Freddy's 1 probably took 2 years to build, most likely, because that's being realistic. So that means that Five Nights at Freddy's 1 must have been made in 1989, and let's see. Did it even shut down? Wait, so we have no confirmation of whether it shut down. Because, okay, so must have taken place in 1989. William must have killed the children around, let's see, around like 1991. And they've been there for years. Let's just say that they've been around for 7 years. Let's be realistic. So William must have died in 1998, which means that Five Nights at Freddy's 3 must take place in 2028. And then Fazbear's Frights burned down, so that's only like, only like 4 months of Five Nights of the Fazbear's Fright existing? Wow. Anyway, this video's like halfway done, maybe. Yeah, we have around 4 minutes left. 4 minutes, like 15 seconds. So that must mean that, let's see. Alright, so after Five Nights at Freddy's 3, there was Five Nights at Freddy's 6. So that means, let me think. That means that, where was William? Like, and what was Michael doing all that time? Was he just rotting? Was he hiding in the shadows for that long? Because he already did Five Nights at Freddy's 1 and 3. So when 6 happened, they all went there, you know, the puppet as Lefty, William Afton as Scrap Trap, Circus Baby as Scrap Baby. Not Elizabeth, because Elizabeth has been freed. The remnant of Circus Baby's, of Elizabeth's soul, and the anger, and I forgot what the word was called. The agony. The agony and what was left of Elizabeth's soul combined to, that's why Scrap Baby is mad. Now, William has been, like, dead and insane for years and years by now. So that's why he tries to kill Michael. But we can see that he's still extremely smart. So, Five Nights at Freddy's 6 ends. And then, so, like, that's around maybe, like, 2030. So, around 2030, they, that's when, like, let's see. Well, no, Five Nights at Freddy's 6 starts in, like, 2030. And it's only, like, 5 nights. Like, these are extremely short, but it has probably existed for a while. So, like, let's say, like, 3 months around, maybe. Very short time, though. This video is gonna... Alright, this is complicated. Let me just finish this up. So, security breach must take place in, like, 2032. Wait, no. Security breach must take place in, like, 2035, because they have, like, some years before, like, all the events happen. And that means Help Wanted must have taken place in, like, 2032, maybe. Like, 2031. But at 2032 was, like, around when Security Breach got built. I think that's it, maybe. I think I covered every game. Let's see. I covered Five Nights at Freddy's 4, which came first. Then I did Five Nights at Freddy's 2, Sister Location, Five Nights at Freddy's 1, Five Nights at Freddy's 3, Five Nights at Freddy's 6. Oh, Ultimate Custom Night. Ultimate Custom Night takes place around 2031, actually. And FNAF AR, Alright, let's be real here, okay? To finish off this video, since we basically have nothing left to do, Five Nights at Freddy's should have just ended at 6, and Five Nights at Freddy's Ultimate Custom Night should have just been uncanon. Let's be real. I think that's, like, a global statement. Because, like, does anybody, like, actually... I don't know, but does anyone, like, actually like Five Nights at Freddy's Sister Location? I don't know. I meant, no, Security Breach. I love Sister Location, personally. You know what? This whole thing is so weird. But anyway, have a good day. Remember to like, and if you have any questions, comment, and just subscribe. Purple guy!